As you can see in this video, I have already removed the helicopter and I removed the shadow from the bottom. It's all done. I have also removed this blurry spots from the water. So everything is done and everything is removed and looks very clean, looks professional. It also looks very natural and realistic. I would say the only thing that I would say work on is this part right here. There is a little bit of more work that could be done right here because I have a very dark road on this side. So let me just show what I mean, right? So this is my mouse pointer. So I have a very dark road on this side and then a light road on this side. That's the only part I have to work on more, but the rest looks pretty clean and pretty neat. And just in case if you're wondering how to do it, the way we're going to do it is with the spot healing tool brush right here. That's this icon right here with the band-aid symbol, and the spot healing tool brush. You can go down and remove the parts of the road just by clicking on it. So let's see how that works. Okay, so it is taking a bit of time for it to load up. I'll click on wait here. Okay, so yeah, it did it. It did remove some part of the shadow right here. And so I'll click again one more time to remove the shadow, and it's taking a little bit of time for it to load up, but it's gonna remove the shadow as soon as I click away, right? So you can see the shadow is being removed on this side. The shadow right here is being removed, and the clone tool can be used also because the spot healing tool brush is not always going to be working for you. So here, let's look at the clone tool for this part right here, for this road. And you have lines on the road as well, so the clone tool would be perfect for this. So I'm going to click on the clone tool from the panel. It looks like a clone icon. I'm going to reduce the size of the brush, and since the side is this is actually too small, make it a little bit bigger, a little bit more bigger. No, it's too big. Okay, so this is good. All right, the way this is going to work is I'm going to click on this part right here. I'm going to hold on to the Alt key on my keyboard, or if you're on the Mac, the Option key, and my mouse becomes like a plus sign, and I'm going to click with the plus sign to tell the computer what I want to copy or clone, and then I just go over this part right here. I go over the shadow very, very gently. As you can see, the shadow is being removed. And it doesn't look that good, but you have to really just work with it to get this kind of to get this clean little image right here. This is pretty clean. So you do have to work with it a little bit more. You have to use the spot healing tool brush to make it blend in. So for example, right here on the top, it doesn't look blending in. Looks like cut out. So let me show you how to remove that. Okay, so let's see how we can make this look much better. Okay, so I clicked on that spot right here on the edge to see how if it could make it blend in a little bit more. Okay. Right, so you can see the red part is where I'm trying to make it blend in. Okay, so it does make it look okay, but still not perfect. So you have to really work with it. You have to spend the time on it to make it look this clean and this effective. Here in this image, it looks very clean and effective. Okay, right, so once you have removed the shadow and once you have removed the helicopter, the next step is going to be to add the jet onto this. I've got the image of the jet right here, and you have the links already. The links are provided to you for both the helicopter and the jet, and all I have to do is download this. There's a download button right here on the top. It's the downward arrow. I have to download this and open it up in photopea.com. So that download button, click it and then open it up. So let me open it on Photopea. I'll go to File, Open. I already have it downloaded. So let me go to that image of the jet. So it's this one right here. I'll open it up. All right, yes, right. So once again, this is so much easier on Adobe Photoshop. So all of these steps are very easy on Adobe Photoshop. And you can see I was able to do all of this in Photoshop. So it's gonna be better if you're on Photoshop. But if you don't have Photoshop, Photopea is another way of just going about it. All right, so I've got this jet right here. I want to remove the background, and the way I'm going to remove the background is by using the selection tool. And with the selection tool, I can select just the jet and remove everything else. So I've got the selection tool right here. This is a magic wand tool, but I'll use quick select and see if that one is gonna work for me. Okay, so I see a circle and I can start selecting the parts that I want to copy over. Okay, so it already selected most of this jet. It selected all of the jet, right? And I'm going to click on the mask button right here, add raster mask. So with this, it's going to help me just remove all of the different parts. So with the mask, right, it removed the background for me. But the advantage of adding the mask is that I will be able to, if I mess up, I can always go back. Right, that's one big advantage of the mask. You can see right here, there's some water still sticking out, and so I'll use the magic wand tool to remove that piece of the water. So I'll just click one time. So I think it worked. Or actually, you know what? I can just use the eraser tool to take it out. Might be easier that way. Alright, so once I have removed all parts of the water, so you do have to spend the time to and decrease the size of the eraser to go all the way and start removing all parts. So once you have done that, we are ready to place this on top of the carrier ship. But before we do that, let's do one tiny adjustment. I want to rotate this. or I want to flip it. I just want to flip it one time, and then I can paste it in. So I'm going to do flip horizontally. Let's see what that does to this. All right, so yeah, that does change a little bit, changes a little bit up. So it changes the face, and now I can copy this off and paste it in. All right, so I'm going to do select all and copy, edit copy, and let's do edit paste. All right, so that didn't work. So let me paste this in. So let me do edit copy again. I select all and then edit copy. Let me paste that in. Okay, so it pasted everything in, and our mask and everything did not come through. So let me just do that again one more time here so that I can remove the water. So let me do that again here. So once again, I'll go into the quick selection tool and I'll select just the jet. Right, so as you can see with my mouse, I'm going just gonna click one time and it selects the jet for me. It selects some of the water for me too, but selects the jet mostly. I'll click on the add mask, add raster mask, and it'll remove the water. So there's still some water left over here, which needs to be erased. So let me erase that out. Right, so you have to use the eraser tool and erase all of this water from the jet and make it look super clean. You can also move this around a little bit. Right, so with the move tool, you can move the jet around and make it seem like it's gonna be landing. And after you clean up all of the water, you can see there's some water here. You clean up the water, you clean up all sides of the fighter jet. Your final version would look something like this. Let's show you the final version. Right, so the final version will look something like this, which has actually let me just clean it up to show you what the final version would look like. Right, so eraser tool, and with the eraser tool I just go in and erase all of this out. Right, so the final version would be a super clean version with all of the water erased out. I can pull up the final version, but I'll just let you work it out and let you finish this off. Alright, so that's it for my demonstration, and hopefully you liked this demonstration. Hopefully you got to learn all of the techniques that we learned. We first used the clone tool and also the spot healing tool brush to remove the helicopter, the shadow. We then were able to remove the background from the jet and place it here. Right, so that's That's all for this demonstration, and hopefully you're able to do this. Let me know if you have questions about this.